Healthy Lifestyle Crib presents 10 Daily Morning Habits That Geniuses Use. Number 1. Distraction-free.
When you get up, do you grab a cup of coffee and turn on the TV? Do you eat breakfast while browsing social media?
You might start your day with a few distractions. Some may argue that checking your phone for a few seconds in the morning isn't a big deal, but the brightest minds in the world know better. For instance, creative minds don't multitask while they're having breakfast. While it may be tempting to catch up on your favorite shows first thing in the morning, remember that every minute spent in front of the tube is cutting into your productive time. By setting the tone for a day of laziness and inactivity, early distractions are a surefire recipe for failure. You're making it more difficult to start a chain reaction of positive actions that ultimately leads to a more productive way of thinking. Starting the day out poorly sets the tone for the entire day. Instead of spending their mornings in mindless scrolling on social media, geniuses use that time to have a profound intellectual conversation with themselves over breakfast. Instead of dozing out when eating, creative geniuses use that time to focus intently on the day ahead. Number 2. Routine Explorer. You can't just wake up one day and be a genius, you have to devote your entire life to it. This means never stopping your quest of knowledge and always striving to improve. The question is how to make it a regular habit to cultivate an uninhibited sense of wonder and provide a steady diet of fresh ideas for your brain. It's not as hard as it seems. Geniuses hone their intellects by increasing their knowledge base with daily study. They schedule an hour each week to learn more about a new topic through various means: reading, listening to podcasts, and brainstorming. They will read up on current events or investigate new areas of interest. It can be nerve-wracking to delve into unfamiliar topics. That may seem out of reach, but remember that even geniuses don't know everything. They learn new things over time by making discovery part of their daily practice. Number 3. Priority. Do you have a big list of things you wish to accomplish? How many pages long is your list of things to do? Many of us are filled with goals, habits, and ideas. Our goals are all over the place, our thoughts are disorganized, and we want to be successful at everything, yet that only leads to failure. No matter how bright you are, if you try to pursue 10 goals at once, your energy will deplete and your overall performance will suffer. Geniuses take a minimalistic, or purist, approach to their objectives, reducing their lists to just a few key items. Instead of trying to accomplish everything, true geniuses focus their efforts on a select few areas of interest. But it can be difficult to adopt such a purist outlook on life. The first thing you should do when you sit down with a pen and paper in the morning is to jot down 2 items you will do that day. These should not be things you want to complete or things you feel you should complete. Now that you have those 2 goals in mind, you can be assured that you will accomplish them even if the rest of your plans fail and the world collapses around you. Now that your focus has been narrowed, you may move on with confidence. Now that you know where to put your efforts, you may proceed with assurance. Don't squander your time with endless lists of things to do. Refine your priorities and think like a genius. Number 4. Keep a dream journal. With what frequency do you recall your dreams? Despite how quickly most individuals forget their dreams, there is a lot to be learned from them. They broaden your understanding of internal experiences. As a result, you're compelled to look into your own history. Because dreams are so important, they help you come up with novel strategies for combining and linking ideas. Many brilliant people keep a dream journal in which they record as many specifics as they can recall upon waking. However, at first, you may not remember much, and you may recollect only a few random aspects from your dreams. Nevertheless, with practice, you can improve the clarity of your dream recall. The more you write in your journal, the deeper you'll go into your own mind. Number 5. Generate your own rhythm. This practice is neither an exercise nor a good routine to get into. This way of thinking keeps your brain active all day long. Hyper-intelligent individuals put their intellect first when creating habits. They use the first part of the day to get into a state of flow, where they are both relaxed and focused, allowing them to maximize their efficiency and output. Flow is similar to momentum in that it gains strength as time progresses, but there is a crucial differential between the two. The efficiency of your mind is utilized by flow. It boosts productivity by making you less dependent on unused brain regions. While you're in the zone, you're able to turn off the parts of your brain that deal with stress and fear. You turn off your brain's reward pathways, which are responsible for diversion-seeking and rash decision-making. Alternatively, you engage your brain's most efficient and logical centers, so avoiding the negative effects of the former. While you're in the zone, you're able to fully immerse yourself in what you're doing, which leads to a significant increase in productivity. The creative flow that characterizes the work of geniuses is the result of daily training with a consistent regimen. While it may take some time to establish your flow, it is possible to achieve effortless productivity by tailoring your schedule and routine to your abilities and preferences. Number 6. Brain nourishment. They drink healthy tea blends that help them focus and remember things. A study published in 2008 in the Journal of Biological Psychology found that green tea has positive effects on brain function. Reducing mental tiredness, boosting cognitive performance, and shortening reaction times are all benefits of this supplement. Intelligent people regularly drink tea because of the many positive effects it has on their bodies and minds. By feeding your brain first thing in the morning, you can ensure that you'll have a productive day. If you want to feel terrific all day long, it's also a good idea to work out and eat right. Include regular exercise and nutritious food as part of your routine. This will get you ready mentally and physically for whatever the day brings. Number 7. Put yourself in writing. The practice of keeping a journal has been extensively researched and can be helpful in many contexts. Your mind needs a place like this to keep track of your ideas. A safe space for a creative genius to vent all of their pent-up thoughts and inspirations. Their notebook eventually becomes a repository of their most meaningful thoughts, feelings, and points of view. It's invaluable to them as a tool for navigating the world and discovering who they are. So, give yourself 15 minutes to jot down some notes. Even if you feel like you have nothing to say, writing in a notebook can help you sort through your thoughts and get a positive start to the day, even if you never share your journal with anybody. Number 8. Exceptional skill. Geniuses don't settle for mediocrity. They put in the time and effort necessary to achieve truly remarkable results. Mastery of any talent or field takes around 10 years, and even then you won't know everything there is to know. You'll be up against the finest, but you'll never stop improving. Geniuses consider mastery to be the barest minimum and work tirelessly towards it. Never once did they let anything deter them from their path. They are at the top because they put in the time and effort necessary to get there. Make progress towards mastery a consistent part of your routine and you'll eventually arrive where you want to be, at the top. Number 9. Cleaning things up. How can extremely productive people maintain their level of organization? While it's true that not every genius also has impeccable organizational skills, and that some people's creative processes work best in a somewhat chaotic setting, there's a significant gap between productive chaos and total disarray. I've always wondered how those very brilliant people manage to keep their lives so orderly. The daily 3 method is one example. No matter what happens, you must always put 3 things back where they belong. Although you probably won't see an immediate improvement, you will gradually minimize clutter, which can lead to a less stressful environment. If you consistently apply this method, even the messiest of situations will be manageable. This method isn't simply useful for tidying up, it's a model of the sort of routine practiced by geniuses everywhere. Day stacking describes this pattern of behavior. Modern stacking is straightforward. More frequent, smaller actions are preferable to fewer, larger ones. Instead of trying to finish everything in one sitting or storing up your messes for one massive cleaning session, try breaking things down into smaller, more manageable chunks. Number 10. The 1% rule. The 1% rule is a technique employed by many geniuses, much like day stacking. This method of learning is effective because it emphasizes steady, incremental progress. Well, so you want to expand your horizons and learn something new, but you know from experience that trying to cram all of the material into 24 hours causes you to burn out and lose interest in the subject. Attempting to increase one's knowledge by a factor of 100 in a single sitting is an unrealistic goal. Instead, focus on increasing your knowledge by 1% at a time. Learn a little more or advance your progress a little each day. The sum of your progress may not seem like much, yet each small step forward adds up to significant development. Please subscribe for more amazing content coming soon and thank you for watching.